Do you have someone that you love very much? Now, imagine that someone being taken away from you. That is what's happening to many immigrant families in the United States today. They are being separated from their loved ones. At the age of 7, I was separated from my mother. This is a picture of my mom and me. Being separated from my mother has not been easy, but it was yet one of the most rewarding decisions I ever had to make for myself. Good morning. My name is Natalia C and today I will be talking to you about immigration. My thesis statement is, in order for immigrants to continue contributing to the economy of the United States, the Delay Actions for Childhood Arrival Act, or DACA, should include legal status for dreamers, because dreamers contribute to the economy of the United States, take advantage of educational opportunities, and improve employment outcomes. Dreamers are immigrants who were brought to this country as children. Their parents immigrated to America in search of better lives and what is so-called the American dream. Research by the University of California in Los Angeles shows that legalizing our nation's undocumented immigrants and reforming our immigration system will add an increasing $1.5 trillion to the U.S. gross domestic product in over a decade. This information supports how reforming the immigration system can improve the American gross domestic product for years to come. But if immigrants are afraid to come to the United States because of deportation, then the economy will not get benefit. As you can see here, a survey taken in 2006 shows that undocumented immigrants contribute to the economy by providing low-cost labor. In the survey, 72% of people agree that immigrants contribute to the economy, while 21% of people think that they bring down wages and take jobs away from the American people. Immigrants perform jobs which not many people are willing to do. Construction, service, transportation, and farming are some of the jobs that unauthorized immigrants do for this country. The DREAM Act is a bill in Congress that was passed to only certain undocumented immigrants who were brought to this country as children against their will to attend school here. Each year, an estimated 65,000 undocumented students graduate from high school and cannot move forward with their education because of their legal status. While education is taken for granted by an everyday common student who does not face the obstacles of being undocumented or taking their education to the next step, undocumented high school students graduate and cannot move forward with their education simply because of their status. Legalizing dreamers will have an outstanding effect on the economy of the United States. Undocumented immigrants do not take jobs away from the American people. They just do jobs that are left for them to be done. In some cases, DACA recipients even provide jobs for the American people. With the help of DACA, immigrants can open their own business and possibly decrease the percentage of unemployment in the United States. To start off my service learning, I volunteer at the Latin American Coalition. And here I had the opportunity to interact with many immigrants in the Charlotte community. I also had the opportunity to participate in 2 events, which were an ID drive and a naturalization workshop. The ID drive was to help undocumented immigrants obtain an identification card. After volunteering in the ID drive, I received a lanyard with my name on it because they wanted to make sure that I was there to volunteer and not just to get my hours for school. The naturalization workshop was an event to help residents of the United States become citizens of the United States. And here I was in charge of checking people in and helping them fill out their application. I helped them translate questions that they didn't understand. I made sure that, well, they didn't go to jail or anything like that because they couldn't become citizens if they did. And I just have the opportunity to learn a lot about people and their different stories. One interesting thing I learned is that everybody has a different story and that people can come together in their times of need. Going into this experience, I did not think that I would have the opportunity to impact my community and its immigrants. With all that being said, it is accepted that undocumented immigrants have done something wrong by coming to a foreign country without the proper documentation. But they are only doing it because of the lack of opportunities that their own country is providing them. Immigrants are people who contribute to this country as best as they can. So it would be a humane act if the the United States government will help them by letting them become respected United States citizens, because no one should be treated unequally due to not having the proper documentation to stay in a foreign country. Immigrants help support the economy of the United States by increasing the U.S. gross domestic product. They also utilize educational opportunities this country has to offer, and even provide employment for the American people. In order for them to continue making such a positive impact in this country, the government should help the Dreamers by improving the legal immigration system for the people who have respected this country and giving so much to it. In conclusion, I learned that volunteering and giving back to my community can help me to stop taking my things for granted. My biggest takeaway from this experience was learning to overcome my glossophobia, which was my fear of public speaking, and manage my time wisely. Going from tennis practice to volunteering, it was just a real challenge, but I really learned to overcome. Overall, it was a great experience, and I plan to continue my service training. Thank you, and what questions do you have?
So in terms of when you said that the immigrants come in and they help and they take advantage of the United States educational opportunities. So what about immigrants? I'm not saying all immigrants do this, but I'm saying that there are some, and there are cases of where they come in some and they commit crimes. And do you think people like that should still have the opportunity to become citizens, or just?
Well, personally, I'm talking for the Dreamers, because those are the people that help this country, and they just, they get the really hard jobs that not many Americans are willing to do. I want them to, become legalized, because I don't want the immigrants who just don't do much positive for this country to get legalized,
For the people that do come into the country illegally, would you want to make a system where it's easier for them to become citizens, or not?
Well, I feel like everybody has a different reason to come to the United States, but it would be nice if we improve the legal immigration system, because right now it's not so good.
Natalia, if you had to give advice to a senior who's just about to start their presentation and service, what would be your advice?
Just don't stress out. I feel like don't stress out, because I've stressed out every single time I've needed 2%. And it's just, I'm just overthinking it. Don't overthink it. And don't procrastinate. Even though I didn't, but just don't.